As we grow older, the choices we make about what we eat can have a significant impact on how we feel every day. One of the biggest choices many seniors consider is whether or not to cut out sugar. Perhaps you've already tried to eliminate sugary sodas, desserts, and sweet snacks from your diet, and in an effort to stay on track, you've turned to what seems like a healthier alternative, agave nectar. After all, it's natural, it's low on the glycemic index, and it's found in so many products labeled as organic or healthy. But what if I told you that this choice, while well-intentioned, might be doing more harm than good, especially for older adults? In today's video, we're going to explore what really happens if you stop eating sugar and switch to agave instead for 30 days. This might surprise you, and it could explain why your energy hasn't improved, your weight hasn't changed, and why your doctor is suddenly concerned about your liver enzymes. We'll look at how agave affects your blood sugar, your liver, and your overall metabolic health. More importantly, we'll talk about what's actually safe and beneficial for seniors looking to maintain or improve their well-being. Welcome to Wellness Daily, the channel where we explore practical science-based solutions to help older adults live healthier and more vibrant lives. I'm Dr. Anthony, and I'm so glad you're here. Our mission is to provide seniors with simple, clear, and effective wellness strategies that can be easily applied to daily life. Whether it's about food, movement, sleep, or supplements, we're here to support you every step of the way. What keeps us going every day is the incredible encouragement we receive from you. Your likes, your comments, and your shares mean the world to us. Just one click to subscribe can make all the difference. It's not just a number, it's a message that says you value your health and that you believe in this journey we're on together. So if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so now, and don't forget to leave a comment below. We read every single one and love hearing your thoughts and questions now. Let's get into today's topic. Is agave really better than sugar? Or have we just been misled by clever marketing and buzzwords like natural and organic? For many seniors trying to manage their blood sugar, agave might seem like a smart choice. But when we look deeper, we find that agave is actually higher in fructose than regular sugar, and that's a big concern for liver health and long-term metabolic balance. In fact, agave contains up to 80% fructose, compared to only 50% in table sugar. That means it puts an even greater burden on your liver, which is already working hard as we age. We'll uncover all the details in the next sections, including what happens inside your body when you consume fructose, how it contributes to fat buildup in the liver, and why this matters so much more for older adults. If you've ever felt frustrated by conflicting health advice, or if you've been trying to make better choices but aren't seeing the results, this video is for you. Now that we've introduced the issue, let's take a closer look at how agave affects the body, especially for older adults. While agave has gained a reputation as a healthier alternative to sugar, much of that belief is based on its low glycemic index. This index measures how fast a food raises your blood sugar levels, and on the surface, agave seems like a great option because it barely causes a spike. But here's where it gets tricky. That low score is due to the fact that agave is mostly made up of fructose, a type of sugar that doesn't raise blood glucose immediately. Instead, it gets processed almost entirely by the liver, and that's where the problems begin. Unlike glucose, which every cell in your body can use for energy, fructose has only one destination: the liver. This is especially concerning for seniors because as we age, our liver function naturally declines. Our ability to process toxins, fats, and sugars slows down. And when we add a high fructose sweetener like agave into the mix, we're increasing the burden on an already overworked organ. When the liver is overloaded with fructose, it turns the excess into fat. More specifically, triglycerides. These fats don't just sit quietly in your liver. They enter the bloodstream, raise your triglyceride levels, and contribute to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which is surprisingly common in people over 60. This hidden metabolic effect doesn't stop there. When the liver is producing too much fat, it becomes insulin resistant. That means your cells stop responding properly to insulin, the hormone that helps move sugar from your blood into your cells. Over time, your body responds by making even more insulin to try to get the job done. High insulin levels are linked to weight gain, fatigue, difficulty concentrating, and increased risk of type 2 diabetes. So even though agave doesn't cause a sudden blood sugar spike, it sets off a chain reaction that may be worse in the long term, especially for older adults who are already at higher risk for these conditions. Another thing to consider is how agave affects hunger and cravings. Because it doesn't raise blood sugar the way glucose does, your brain may not get the same signal of satisfaction after eating. This can lead to continued sugar cravings and increased appetite, making it harder to manage your weight. For seniors who are already trying to reduce calorie intake or control blood sugar, this can make things even more difficult. What's more, many health products marketed to older people as natural or diabetic-friendly contain agave. Granola bars, protein shakes, herbal teas, even wellness supplements are often sweetened with agave, adding a hidden risk factor for those trying to stay healthy. If we zoom out and look at the broader picture of aging and metabolism, the impact becomes even clearer. As we get older, our bodies become less flexible in how they use and store energy. We burn fewer calories at rest, we lose muscle mass more easily, and we are more sensitive to spikes and drops in blood sugar and insulin. In this context, adding more fructose to the diet through agave can tip the balance in the wrong direction. For someone already dealing with issues like belly fat fatigue, high cholesterol, or borderline blood sugar, agave might quietly make things worse without giving any obvious warning signs. It's also worth mentioning the emotional side of food choices. Many older adults switch to agave because they feel like they're doing something good for their bodies. There's a sense of pride and confidence that comes from making what appears to be a smarter choice. Unfortunately, when marketing messages focus only on blood sugar and ignore liver health or long-term metabolic function, people are misled. It's not about blaming anyone, but about understanding the full story. Health is more than just blood sugar numbers. It's about how your entire system works together, and when one part, like the liver, is under stress, the whole system can suffer. So what does this mean in real life? It means that the so-called benefits of agave don't hold up when we consider the whole picture, especially for seniors. While it might look better on paper, because it doesn't spike glucose, the damage it can do behind the scenes is something we can't afford to ignore. It's not about being afraid of every sweetener out there, but about knowing which ones are truly supportive of long-term health and which ones are just another form of sugar in disguise. Now that we understand the hidden risks of agave and how it can quietly worsen metabolic health in older adults, it's time to talk about what you can actually do to protect your body and improve your well-being. The good news is there are simple and realistic steps you can take starting today that don't involve complicated diets or expensive supplements. The first and most important strategy is to reduce your overall intake of added sweeteners, whether it's sugar, agave, honey, or syrup. Instead of replacing one sweetener with another, the better goal is to train your taste buds to enjoy food with less sweetness. This can take time, but it works. Many seniors who cut back on sweets report that after a few weeks, their cravings start to fade, and they feel more in control of their eating habits. One of the easiest changes you can make is to read food labels carefully. Look not only for sugar, but also for agave fructose corn syrup and anything ending in ose. These are all forms of sugar that can affect your liver and metabolism. Choose snacks and drinks that are labeled as unsweetened, and whenever possible, go for whole foods that don't come in a package. Fresh fruit vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats should form the core of your daily meals. For drinks, try switching to water infused with lemon or herbs, herbal teas, or even carbonated water with a splash of natural juice. These are refreshing without the burden of added sugar. When it comes to sweetening your food at home, consider using small amounts of natural flavorings like cinnamon, vanilla extract, or citrus zest. These add flavor without adding sugar. And if you do feel the need for something sweet, use tiny amounts and enjoy them mindfully. Portion control is one of the most powerful tools you have. Rather than banning all treats, give yourself permission to enjoy them on occasion in a controlled and thoughtful way. This helps prevent feelings of deprivation while still protecting your long-term health. Daily movement is another key habit that can dramatically reduce the impact of sugar and fructose on your liver. Regular physical activity, even gentle walking, helps your body use energy more efficiently and prevents fat buildup in the liver. Aim for at least 30 minutes of light to moderate movement each day. This could be a walk around the neighborhood, stretching exercises, light gardening, or dancing to your favorite music. The goal is not perfection, but consistency. Movement also helps regulate your appetite, improve your mood, and support better sleep, all of which contribute to better metabolic function. Sleep, in fact, plays a bigger role than most people realize. Poor sleep can disrupt hormones that control hunger and insulin, making it harder for your body to manage blood sugar and fat storage. Try to get at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep each night by keeping a regular bedtime, reducing screen time in the evening, and creating a relaxing bedtime routine. If you struggle with sleep, talk to your doctor or try simple habits like keeping your room dark and cool or using calming music before bed. Another helpful strategy is to plan your meals ahead of time and keep healthy snacks available, especially during moments when you're most likely to crave sugar. Having cut up vegetables, a handful of nuts, or a boiled egg on hand can stop you from reaching for sweetened treats. When you do your grocery shopping, try to avoid buying sugary snacks in the first place so you're not tempted at home. What's not in the house can't be eaten, and this one decision can save your health in the long run. For those who want extra support, keeping a health journal can be surprisingly effective. Writing down what you eat, how you feel, and how much you move each day can help you stay aware of your habits and see patterns over time. It doesn't have to be fancy. Just a few lines each evening can bring insight and accountability. Sharing your journey with a friend, spouse, or support group can also make a big difference. Having someone to talk to, compare notes with, and celebrate progress helps make healthy habits stick. In conclusion, while agave may appear to be a smarter choice than sugar, it often carries a greater risk for older adults, especially those dealing with fatty liver, insulin resistance, or type 2 diabetes. By focusing on reducing added sweeteners entirely, moving more, sleeping well, eating whole foods, and staying aware of what goes into your body, you can take control of your health and feel better every day. Your liver will thank you, your energy will improve, and your body will respond positively to the changes. Thank you for watching and taking the time to invest in your health. We hope you found today's information helpful and easy to apply. If you did, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment below to share your thoughts or ask a question. Your feedback motivates us to keep creating meaningful content for seniors everywhere. Until next time, stay healthy and keep making small changes that add up to a longer, happier life.